Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. Hello, 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 hello. This is going to be a group energy healing where I heal 120 people that are in 10 different countries. And I will talk out loud as I do the healing so that anyone who wants to, including you, can heal yourself and follow along with the walkthrough. Oh, good. I get confirmation. Thank you. So if you want to say hi, say where you're viewing from, you're welcome to do that. Whether or not you're one of the 120 people that prepaid 2 months ago, you're still welcome to say hi and follow along. So hello, 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 everybody. So the basic structure of this live stream is chit chat, intro, overview of the theme, discussion, and then the healing is the biggest part. And then a little bit of like, how was that for you? Feedback from live viewers, related follow-up questions to the healing. So that's it. Discussion, healing, discussion. And so today is nice to know where people are viewing from. I always think that's totally fun. So I know we have some US people and someone in Sweden. Hello, thank you so much. Welcome, welcome. All right. The 10 countries where people are that I'm healing is US, Qatar, UK, Canada, Australia, UAE, South Korea, Spain, Belgium, and Senegal. I thought there were 11 countries, but sometimes people travel and I forget. So there really are 10. Try to keep track. I mean, I can heal someone without knowing what country they're in, but it's just cool and fun to know, I think. At least for me. Okay, so this discussion part, overview of, so this is the healing 3 of 3 on productivity. Productivity is a real game changer thing, and it is so healable, so workable with energy, so that makes it even more fun. Not easily fixable though, because there are a lot of deeper issues that affect productivity. So we've had 2 healings out of 3 so far, right? Today's the 3rd, the final healing of the set. I would say about half the surveys, people were considerably more productive. The other half of the surveys of people that filled out the survey, from people I've healed in this set so far, the other half of the people, they did not feel more productive, but they felt more peaceful or more this or more that. They felt okay with what they weren't able to accomplish, for once. But what we did 2 days ago in the second healing, I think it's going to take a while to kind of the full effect to kind of arrive. So because we did inner child healing, and it seemed to make a really big impact on people, but like I said, I think the benefits for some people might trickle in, over the next week or so. So there's that. But as I was looking at surveys, I thought, well, because I read people's energy that wrote the survey, I just kind of read their energy and also regular read what they wrote, And some people, it was pretty clear to me that fear was an issue, which I hadn't necessarily given much thought to before. Like, does fear factor into productivity issues? Fear of success, fear of failure, fear of deadlines, fear of, all that stuff. So that's what today's dedicated to, is clearing fear out of the way of your productivity space. But in general, just clearing fear, um, because we may as well just go for it. Because who knows, there could be fear of success is messing up your productivity. It could be fear of failure that's messing up your productivity. It could be, fear of who knows, So we're just gonna go for it and do a bunch of different fear clearing things. We're gonna clear energy blocks that could be causing fear. We're gonna heal inner wounds that could be causing fear. And we're gonna do flower healing too for all this stuff, just to make it gentle and fun and supportive. Flower healing is easy and very nourishing, so it tends to make you feel good. So, because I don't want to freak people out as we're clearing fear. The idea with this is you want to clear it all. It's sort of like the same thing with therapy. Well, although I don't think in therapy they are able to fine tune it as much as we are able to do in energy healing. Because in energy healing, we explicitly talk about energy blocks and how energy blocks can get triggered, and that makes you feel weird, right? Or less centered or whatever, or your grounding can block up, that could make you tired or whatever, right? So it's very literal, that what we get to discuss, the terms and everything. So if you're triggered, if you have fear triggered after today's healing, it means there are some blocks or wounds causing fear that were not cleared. So ideally what we want to do is clear and heal everything that gets triggered by today's healing. So then you actually just feel really peaceful and pretty fantastic afterwards. But worst case, you can just redo part of the healing and clear some more, or unblock your grounding. Because as long as things are flowing and things are not stuck, people feel fine. So it's just, can you keep grounding and releasing, and can you, clear everything that gets triggered. A few words about the surveys, because I always feel like that's sort of interesting and instructive. If I can mention some stuff about that. Somebody said they woke up feeling exhausted. Which was not a common comment, but it looked like that person, their filaments were blocked in 3, 2, 1. 3, third chakra, is basically the main chakra for whether you feel tired or not tired. If it's chakra related at all, it would be third chakra. So that person, they had 3, 2, 1 a little too blocked, and the chakra filaments between 3, 2, 1 a little too blocked. But that's what's fascinating, because we literally in healing 2 worked the chakra filaments and the chakra fit, especially for lower chakras. So that was one of the many surveys that got me thinking, okay, maybe fear's involved, because I specifically healed the places and unblocked the places that would help you not to feel tired. So I think probably for most people, there is some sort of subconscious like brake pedal, that you hit sometimes, of like, whoa, let's not change too much, or oh my goodness, what if, I feel out of control, things are changing. So obviously subconscious, but we can get rid of that stuff, so that you could have a positive energy shift and not like subconsciously kind of slam on the brakes with it. Because you want your wisdom, it's not like you never need to slam on the brakes, but it should be based on wisdom, based on your knowledge, and not just fear, because fear is irrational. And so you could be stopping yourself from getting stronger or getting, whatever, changing in some way that's really actually good for you just because of fear. And the fear would have been created in some past situation, so it's sort of a remnant of a totally different situation. So if we can finish healing you up from those different situations, by clearing the blocks, healing the inner wounds, and doing flower healing, then it should be very, hopefully it'll be very interesting to see. So I especially would appreciate, usually the third survey in a triplet or the second survey in a twin set it's useful to me, but not as useful because I'm not using it to figure out the healing that's in the next 2 days, because the set's over. So the next healing is working on different issues usually, but there, a lot of people get all the healings and then we do have issues that we just keep working on. And so the final survey is useful to me. It's just not as essential, but today's, for today's healing, I think the survey could really help if you would consider filling out your survey, tomorrow or a week from now or something, because we're working on clearing so many fears, and that is new. I mean, we clear fear. We work the first chakra. I healed the first chakra and unblocked it, and the first layer of the aura 2 days ago. So that should have helped with fear, but I think it did for a bunch of people. But like I said, I just think some of this, internal brake pedal, fear of change stuff is a little deep. So that's why I want to really squarely focus on it today. So it'll be a fear clearing festival. I almost put that in the title of the live stream. Someone said they felt flat on Monday. They couldn't do much. That person was just releasing epic amounts, like more than they had, per hour than in the last, definitely last 2 months. So sometimes you feel tired just because it's a processing day. And one person who filled out the survey, I could tell that she knew that kind of thing, because she's like, yeah, I didn't feel like doing much, but I just kind of relaxed and I felt really peaceful. There's a way in which, if you just kind of know how to surf the wave and you're releasing a lot, you check your grounding, you make sure everything's good, but then, if you're still not in the mood for a lot, you just kind of vibe with the peacefulness of it, rather than, because it's very unpleasant if you want to do 20 things and you're really only capable of doing 3 that day, to kind of rail against that. But anyway, so there were different reasons. The several people that said they were tired, but I would say for the most part, well, it could have been that inner brake pedal thing, but then the next day they felt great, usually. But there's that thing of, well, why is that inner brake pedal even needed? If it's just fear, then it wouldn't be needed. It's just old scars, that are holding you back. So yeah. So that's what today is about. Still productivity, but from a clear fear perspective. And good for clearing fear, period, if that's even your main issue, like worry, anxiety, stuff like that. So the fear explicitly that we're going to clear, I may throw a couple extra ones in, but the ones I know we're going to do is fear of change, which is one of the main ones I saw as an issue. Fear of success, fear of failure, fear of your own power, your own strength, your own capabilities. Fear of being weak or sick, and then fear of deadlines, fear of being early, fear of being late. So Those are the ones I know we're gonna do. I'm gonna be doing a lot of timestamp links to all that so that you can jump to, like, oh my God, fear of being late. I have to do that one 40 times in a row. I'll timestamp fear of being late. So you could do that. Or, all the different ones. I'm not gonna timestamp, fear of being late, clearing blocks, fear of being late, clearing healing wounds, fear of being late, flower healing, because I'm going to be going crazy with like 5,000 timestamp links in that case. So I'll timestamp per each flavor of fear that we're clearing. And the timestamps, that's a day from now. Maybe, hopefully by late tonight. I usually prefer to do it the same day, but it depends, because doing these big healings is quite a shift for me. So then I can't really predict how productive I'm going to be tonight ahead of time. Okay, cool. So I am going to catch up on my hellos because I like them. And then we'll have our 2 minutes of quiet time, and then we'll start the healing. Oh, and before I forget, if you could give it a thumbs up if you want, if you like the live stream, if you think healing is great and this will be good. It does help people to find it. All right. Oh, and next, the healings after this, I guess I should say that. October 17th and 19th is the other set of group healings this month. And that has a cool theme that I don't remember. Here we go. If you go to janetwrightreadings.com, you will find it, which is what I'm having to do. Communication. Yeah. So that should be good. All right. So hello, everybody's nice emojis. Someone from Sweden, hello. Hello. Hi, Janet. We'll be on the session on and off as in meetings. That's fine. Viewing from Chicago, viewing from Honolulu in the morning. Yes, good morning. Good evening, greetings. Oh, I'm very excited for this. I have a lot of fear of success and failure. Yeah, it's so interesting because I think, I don't want to say everybody has issues with this, but it would be a rare person that even subconsciously is not impacted by this. So I think even if you don't feel like you're an anxious person or something, because this stuff can be very deeply subconscious and just from past lives or something. So should be really interesting to see the effects. Someone says yay. Someone says I think clearing fear of success and failure will also help me. Very excited for this. Hi from Chicago. Yes, I slept much better last night. Good. Yes. That definitely came up. Did a lot of clearing based on your teachings. Woke up with a headache and still feeling groggy. Maybe cleared a lot of stuff. No, waking up with a headache isn't that you cleared too much. You have aura damage like upper here, and then the GV meridian got a little bit of damage. The GV meridian hooks. It goes up the back and hooks around. So start with aura repair and then repair the GV meridian. You can just send a lot of gold light to, your head, the back of your head and your head, because it's gotten a little damaged. But yeah, headache is damaged. Something is damaged. Most likely aura, maybe some chakras, definitely the GV meridian. That's what a headache is. Fear Clearing Festival, sign me up. Yes. All right, good. Great. So I will be quiet at long last for 2 minutes before I start talking and doing the walkthrough. So thank you for your patience. Okay, thanks so much for waiting. So when you heal, make a copy of what you're doing out in front of you. So a copy of your aura, a copy of your grounding, your physical body, your astral body are inside of your aura. So there's the bubble, there's your body, your astral body, there's the grounding. And go ahead and recreate your grounding, red or orange or yellow. Make it big and wide as your whole aura, and wide all the way down to the core of the earth. And then you make a copy of that grounding out in front of you that's obviously miniature, because you make it go up as high as your third chakra, where your sternum bone ends. That's how high you want your grounding, I would say. So say this is the top of your grounding and this is the center of the earth. Obviously that's miles and miles and miles and miles, but it's a mini copy. Because you want to be able to comb through the whole length of it, to think of, is the energy flowing all the way down, or are there blockages? And you want to think of the flow and enjoy that, the releasing of energy, but also notice where the flow is being blocked. It's like going down, but then it hits a bunch of rocks, and you melt the rocks away, melt away the energy blocks, which is called unblocking grounding. And you're using, to heal, you're using gold light from your hands. So hand chakras, everyone has a big hand chakra in the palm of the hand, and then also fingertip chakras, one in the front part of each fingertip. So again, unblocking grounding. Oh, and I noticed at the edge of everybody's aura, well, to a lesser and greater degree depending on the person, but you can get a shell that forms on the edge of your aura, that's sort of like your resistance and some pain and some blocked energy, and so it blocks maybe half of the healing energy from your angels that they're trying to half, or it could block 80% of it, really, or 20%, depends on how thick your shell is. And it if you're getting the healing from me, it could be blocking the gold light that I'm using, either partially or fully, or so anyway, I usually try to watch for that though. But the shell is generated usually by energy blocks right at the top of the aura, and then it just kind of forms this yucky hardness that doesn't keep you safer. Like some people think, oh, hard is good, that's safe, that's like a shield. But a shield of pain just really attracts garbage to you. It's like, it makes you weaker, actually. It blocks your angels from protecting you and healing you, which, that's a big problem. So anyway, just imagine if you have any energy blocks right at the top of your aura that would be causing like a crust, like a burnt crust around your aura. So we did grounding, and then we did that crust thing. Crust around the edge of the aura. So now indie grounding. So for indie grounding, you just check out the outer surface of your grounding as it goes down and make sure there's no branch off parts. So you just use gold light, gold fire, gold water, whatever you want, and just keep melting off any branch off parts to your grounding, because you don't want your grounding to connect to anyone else or any organization or anything, just all the way down to the core of the earth. Because it's much easier to have boundaries with other people if you have a separate grounding, a fully separate grounding. And you may have to explain that to some people that you might feel are trying to connect to your grounding. Just say, hey, go check your own grounding. Ask your angels to help with your grounding. Go take a deep breath. Go check your body. So again, that's indie grounding, just to make sure that your grounding is independent indie and going straight down without any branch off parts. Alrighty, let's see, what's next? May as well just charge right ahead and do aura repair. I think I am going to separate it out this time and do the 2 regular auras, aura repair, and then the 15 Wei Qi auras, just because I want to like sense the 2 regular auras by themselves. Also for newbies, people that have never repaired their aura before, they usually really, really need it. And so focusing just on the 2 regular auras and getting those fully repaired is probably best for a newbie, healing themselves with this walkthrough. But anyway, so just imagine your 2 regular auras, the aura generated by your physical body, 7 chakras, and the aura generated by your 7 astral body chakras. And they're in the same place. If you're fully present, they're in exactly the same place. If you're like kind of present, then they're a little bit offset from each other, but you don't have to worry about that. Just heal them both at once. You can just comb through them first to get a sense of your regular auras, like sense in the front and the back. Is the back, how is the flow in the back compared to the flow in the front? And also the width of your aura in the front of your body versus the width of your aura in the back. Ideally, you want your aura to be as flowing and as wide in the back as it is in the front. So for most people, they need to work on the back of their aura. But now we got to do aura repair really before we get too much into working on the aura in other ways, because if you're leaking energy because you have big old rips in your aura, then obviously that's the top priority to fix. So we'll just do a composite copy as we usually do. So you just imagine 1 rip that is a composite copy of all of the rips in your 2 regular auras. Because you may have, like a bunch of rips on the top and a bunch of rips here by your lower back, and then a couple rips in the front by your tummy. But if you don't see energy yet, how can you repair them all? Well, you could just imagine, but if you feel less confident with that, then a composite copy kind of takes care of that idea. So just 1 copy that represents all the rips in your 2 regular auras. And that is inherently healthy and gentle, to heal all the rips in your regular auras. It's just the Wei Qi auras where that healthy and gentle thing is good to keep in mind. So you got your composite copy and of the rip. So it looks like maybe a big valley. And you just scoop the gold light really deep in there. Try to get the gold light as deep as possible into this rip, so that you clean it out and it starts to grow back, basically. But for a lot of people, you get a lot of buildup in the rips, so you could fill up the rip with sticky gold wax, which is gold healing energy, but you turn it into like a hard wax so it sticks to what you need to remove. So anything that's not you, it sticks to that, and then just pick up the wax and the junk and say, angels, here you go. Just hand it to your angels. Do it again, sticky gold wax in the rip, and take the wax out with the junk. Angels, here you go. So now the gold light makes better contact with the rip. So for those of you that can't yet see energy, combining sticky gold wax with, just general aura repair is a good policy, because then on days when you have more, maybe a deeper rip, or it's dirtier than usual, you know, the sticky wax will get it and you don't have to see perfectly. So you just keep healing and the rip grows back, heals itself. And then you can have leftover, like a scar that's left over, like a bumpy hardness where the rip was. So you can just imagine any scarring in your two regular auras as a big lump and just melt it away with gold light. And if any of it you feel like it's not working right, just say, angels, help me do this. But definitely angels help me do this, because everyone has angels, even if you didn't know that. And your angels are altruistic and kind and respectful, so it's always a safe idea to do. So I'll save the sticky gold wax till the everything part, I guess. Yeah, in the interest of time. So we'll do then repair the Wei Qi auras in the same way that we just did the regular auras, pretty much, except healthy and gentle. We'll keep that in mind. And then we'll do sticky gold wax of everything, and then finish up the repair after sticky gold wax. So okay, so now. The Wei Qi aura repair. So your Wei Qi auras, Wei Qi, Wei, and I spell Qi Chi, but obviously many people spell Qi with a Q, Qi, but I just Americanized it. So I just wrote Wei Qi auras. Those are 15 auras that help with strong boundaries. So in addition to your 2 regular auras, there are 15 Wei Qi auras. So just imagine those out in front of you, all in the same place. And just get a sense of the flow in those. And if there's rips in those, just kind of comb through them. See how you feel as you're combing through them. If they're really healthy and flowing, they're kind of like a gold mist, but like a really strong gold mist, like a flowing, strong gold mist, but 15 of them. So anyway, it's good to heal rips in them. But if you have so many, there's too many to do at once, like to kind of pace yourself in a healthy way. Then you just think of, okay, well, I want to repair the rips in my Wei Qi auras that are healthy and gentle to repair right now. So you just make a composite copy of all the rips in your Wei Qi auras that are healthy and gentle to repair right now. And then you work on that. So it looks like one rip, but it represents all the rips of your Wei Qi auras that are healthy and gentle to repair right now. And you want to get the gold light really deep in there. And these rips could have been around for a very long time, even from a past life. So definitely sticky gold wax. So sticky gold wax in the rip, just to stick to any junk that is in there. And just take the wax out with the junk. Angels, here you go. More wax. Get sticky gold wax in here. Have it stick to anything that's not you. And take the wax out with the junk. Angels, here you go. And the scarring, any aura scarring, that is good to melt away right now from your Wei Qi auras. So again, scarring is generally, right at the edge of the aura. It's a remnant from when the aura was damaged and then it got repaired. If you don't finish the job, then there's a little lumpy scarring. So we're gonna melt that away. So just imagine a composite of any aura scarring in your Wei Qi auras that's good to melt right now. And melt that away with gold light from your hands. And let's do another Wei Qi aura repair thing where you could have, because of the clear fear work that we're going to be doing in this healing, it's going to help to have extra strength and extra flow in the front of your energy field. And so Wei Qi auras help with strength and flow everywhere. But because of, where fears trigger, that would be right in the front, mostly around your first chakra, in your first layer of your aura. So we definitely want this area to be very well protected. So we want to make sure you don't have any big old rips in your Wei Qi auras, which are very common. We just did aura repair, Wei Qi aura repair, but I just want to extra do. If you have any rips right in the front here, let's, maybe now that we've repaired some, maybe you're ready to repair more. We'll see. So any leftover rips in your Wei Qi auras that are in front, that are still healthy and gentle to repair right now. And so make a composite copy of front Wei Qi aura rips that you may have that are good to repair right now, and just use gold fire, just scoop out, get the gold as deep into these Wei Qi aura rips in front as you can. Get the gold light really deep in there, and then sticky gold wax, catch up anything that's not you that's stuck in these rips. Give it to your angels. Angels, here you go. You can say, angels, please recycle anything that's in these rips that's in my way. That's not me. Angels, please recycle anything that's not me in these rips. And then another sticky gold wax, just to get out all the junk. Angels, here you go. And more repair. Just imagine gold light going as deep as possible into this rip. And again, this is a composite copy rip of any Wei Qi aura rips you have in front that are healthy and gentle to repair right now. So that can make your tummy feel better, potentially. It can just make you feel less vulnerable because it can protect your CV meridian that comes up the midline of your body. It could protect that better if you have, your Wei Qi auras repaired in front. And you may have objects like just energy blocks or stuff that people have thrown at you. So hard energy objects in the front of your Wei Qi auras. So any hard objects or energy blocks in the front of your Wei Qi auras, we could just sticky gold wax them and remove them. Angels, here you go. Sticky gold wax any junk in the front of your Wei Qi auras that is good to get rid of right now. Angels, here you go. One more time, front of your Wei Qi auras, especially this whole region, but anywhere in front. Sticky gold wax in front. Lift out the junk. Angels, here you go. And we can do the same thing for your regular auras. We did repair those already in front, but the two regular auras, but you could have hard energy objects. You could have big energy blocks in the front there. And for the clear fear stuff that we're going to do, we want you to have as good flow as possible. So this whole front area of your two regular auras, just sticky gold wax that whole area, especially right up against your skin. Sticky gold wax. We want it to stick to anything that's not you, especially hard objects, energy blocks, junk from other people. Just stick it to the wax. Angels, here you go. One more time, sticky gold wax in the front of your regular auras, especially in that first layer. So any hard objects, any special objects from other people, anything, any big energy blocks, just have it stick to the wax and then remove it with the wax. Angels, here you go. And then we could just comb through the front of your regular auras, the 2 regular auras. And then the bottom of, we could comb through the bottom of all your auras, all 17 auras. Just comb through the bottom part under your feet. I think once we do more clear fear work, the flow will get even better. But I did want to set people up with a nice flow first. Okay, so so now we'll do sticky gold wax for everything, all the 17 auras, your physical body, your astral body, your physical grounding, astral body grounding, your everything. We'll sticky gold wax your everything to get rid of hard objects, especially around the outer surface, because that'll really help. Then we'll repair a little extra, and that'll give you like a nice strength at the edges of all your auras. So sticky gold wax is easy. We've been doing it a bunch, right? So we'll just, especially around the outer surface of all 17 auras, your regular auras and your Wei Qi auras, just sticky gold wax the whole thing. And inside all the aura layers of the regular auras, and the Wei Qi auras don't have layers to them. They're just big force fields. Sticky gold wax everything, your groundings, your physical body, astral body, everything. Okay, and the wax is going to stick to anything that's not you that you're ready to let go of. So just move the wax to the side with the junk. Angels, here you go. One more time, sticky gold wax your everything, especially have it stick to hard energy objects at the edges of your auras. Move the wax to the side with the junk. Angels, here you go. All right, then just a little extra repair around the edge of all of your 17 auras, because we removed hard objects most likely, if you had them, and so we want to make sure there's no leaks, no holes, right? So just a little extra repair around the edges of all your 17 auras. And so that gives you an energy seal, which is like a nice surface tension that helps. It's flowy, but it's strong, and so it helps you, your auras to be stronger. And again, check your grounding, make sure it's wide. Some people, their grounding got narrow, so just comb through the blocks in your grounding and make sure your grounding widens back out again, so it's as wide as your whole aura. If not, just destroy it, recreate it, make sure you're creating it nice and wide, and just double check, make sure it's wide. And comb through any clogs in your grounding. Just kind of hunt for clogs in your grounding and melt them away with gold light. All right. So and redo your gold buffer zones. There is a reference video I always recommend. If you don't know about aura repair, you haven't learned it yet, you don't know about gold buffer zones, which is a companion technique, then there's an 18-minute video I link under all these big live streams. And you could also search for it, search for Janet Wright gold buffer zones, and you'll find it. It's an 18-minute video. But those buffer zones slow the rate of aura damage if you keep recreating them, which is good. So now we can just jump right into clearing fear. So I'm not going to do a big explanation right now because I already introduced it in the intro of this live stream. So, so there's that. But we're going to clear fear. All sorts of different types of fear that could be impacting you even if you're not conscious of them, because the subconscious is vast. Like, you know, you as a spirit, maybe you're conscious of half of what you're doing at one time or half of how you feel at one time, but maybe it's only 20% of how you feel at one time. And the rest of you still exists. It's just in your subconscious of your body, mind, spirit. Okay. The more you meditate, typically, the more you do this kind of introspective work, then you're aware of more, but you're still not aware of like 100% of what you're up to at any time. The subconscious is still very considerable. Okay, so check your grounding, double check your grounding, red or orange or yellow. Make sure it's a big flowing waterfall. Okay. 2 clear blocks. If you don't like feeling energy, to clear blocks, then you make a big gold blanket and put it far away from you, ahead of you, and dump all the energy blocks on that blanket, like far away from you. And then you can melt it far away from you. If you don't mind feeling a little bit and you're pretty grounded, you can just stack them in piles right, near you, and melt them that way. So it's up to you if you need a blanket, you need to shove it away from you before you melt it, or you just stack them close to you. Doesn't matter. Okay, so fear of change. Go ahead and stack in front of you any energy blocks that are causing you to be afraid of change on any level. So just don't overthink it. Just put the energy blocks out in front of you. Put your fear of change energy blocks out in front of you. And use gold light and melt the blocks. Or if you're healing yourself, another option is to just blow up the blocks, as long as you get them to completely destroy. But you can melt them too with gold light from your hands. So melt away the energy blocks causing fear of change on any level, even subconscious. And you can go ahead and put more out. Energy blocks causing fear of change. Any energy blocks causing fear of change for you. And you can always have your angels check them. Angels check these, is this okay? And then just go ahead and melt them. Gold light, melt them away, or blow them up if they're yours. So that's blocks, clearing blocks causing fear of change. So now, inner wounds causing fear of change. Inner wounds are different. Blocks are literally just like hard stuck energy where you should have flow instead. Wounds, I've said before, they look like burnt bear scratches. They could be one slash, there could be a whole bunch of slashes in a row. And they usually have like a black hardened crust all around them. So like a burnt bear scratch, that's how I describe it. But anyway, that's an inner wound. And so it's somewhere in your aura. But since we're clearing fear, most of what we're clearing is going to be from your first layer of your aura or your first chakra at the base of your spine. So the aura layer right around you or right there, your first chakra. But anyway, you don't have to worry about it. Just put out in front of you copies of any inner wounds that you have causing fear of change. And just say, angels, is it okay for me to heal all these? And then go ahead and just heal them all. Gold light. So any inner wounds that you have causing fear of change. And just use gold light. Again, you're just imagining them, and they could look like burnt bear scratches. So just gold light and let them melt. You can say, angels, help me melt these. Okay, so one more time. Inner wounds causing you to fear change. And again, fear is irrational. This is not like the wise part of you going, it's not a good time to change. No, this is just irrational fear going, wah, no matter what. So we don't want that. So more inner wounds out in front of you that are causing fear of change. It's causing you to fear change. So imagine those inner wounds out in front of you. Say, angels, is it okay for me to heal these? And then go ahead and go for it. Just lots of gold light. Again, this is, you're melting inner wounds, causing fear of change. All right. So now, flowers, flower healing to help you nourish. Now that we have done that clearing and healing to clear fear of change. So now we'll do flower healing for courage, for change, courage for change. I don't know. Whatever flowers you need right now after you just did all that fear of change clearing. So they're probably pretty comforting flowers you need right now. But anyway, just I like to move my hands when I make energy healing flowers, but you don't have to. Just make energy healing flowers or balls of rainbow colored energy if you prefer balls over flowers. But just make a whole bunch of energy healing flowers, just whatever healing energy you need right now after having done all that. And say, angels, can you check my flowers? And then give that to yourself. All right, more of those. So energy healing flowers, whatever colors, rainbow colors, gold that you need to nourish after all that you just did. So make a whole bunch of energy healing flowers. Angels, can you check my flowers? And give it to yourself. All right, good. So that was fear of change. So now we will do fear of success. Which is funny, you'd think like, yeah, how could you possibly be afraid of succeeding? But, you could have had some life where you succeeded and then, this freak fire burned down everything that you owned and you decided that, it was wrong to, succeed, that if you'd just been mediocre like you'd always been your whole life, you'd be fine. So some kind of trauma happened that can cause this kind of thing, if you have it. So it's subconscious, so it's good to clear. So, okay, so fear of success. Double check your grounding, red or orange or yellow, big wide grounding. Make sure it's super strong waterfall. Comb through your grounding. Okay, so fear of success. So make a big pile out in front of you of any energy blocks causing subconscious or conscious fear of success. Just all your energy blocks that cause fear of success. And pile them out in front of you. Say, angels, double check my piles. And then go ahead and blow them up if they're yours, or melt them with gold light. Just keep breathing. You may have to melt cords away from the pile for the pile to melt properly. And if you still have some, say, angels, help me with that. So we'll do that again. Any energy blocks causing you to fear success on any level. So just dump out your fear of success energy blocks. Dump them all out. Say, angels, can you check my piles? And then you can blow them up or you can melt them. All right. So that was fear of success, clearing energy blocks so that you are clearing your fear of success. So then inner wounds. There could be inner wounds that give you fear of success, you know, from some negative experience you had a long time ago. So it's time. It's time to heal that stuff, right? So just imagine any inner wounds that you have on any level in any place that cause you to be wary of or fear success. And so imagine the inner wounds out in front of you. They can look like burnt bear scratches or whatever, and just melt them. You can say, angels, double check these, please. Make sure it's okay for me to melt them all, and then melt them all. Gold light. So inner wounds causing you to have fear of success. That's what we're melting. And you can say, it's okay, it's okay. Like you can comfort yourself as you melt this stuff. It's all right, I am safe. That's a nice one too. I am safe, it's okay. Oh, wow, wow, wow. So one more time, melt inner wounds that for some reason are making you fearful of or wary of success. And just imagine those inner wounds out in front of you. Have your angels double check them. Angels, please double check these. And then go ahead and melt them with gold light from your hands. Melt the inner wounds, giving you fear of success. All right. So now the flower healing part. So whatever nourishing that you need after having healed and cleared all that about fear of success. So just give yourself energy healing flowers. They come out in front of you. Say, angels, can you double check my flowers? And then give them to yourself. So more energy healing flowers that you need to nourish yourself after clearing all that fear of success. And say, angels, double check my flowers. And then give them to yourself. All right. So that was clearing fear of success. So now let's do fear of failure. Now this may be something that people are more conscious of, but maybe not, you know, but fear of like doing things wrong, you know, failing, being told you're failing, feeling like you're failing, yada, yada, yada. That's what we're going to clear now. So first, energy blocks, right? Double check your grounding, make sure your grounding is fine. Even in back. If you're feeling tired, your grounding blocked up. So unblock the back of your grounding. You can open up your third chakra too if unblock your third chakra if you're feeling tired. Just unblock in the front and in the back of your third chakra. All right. So fear of failure, just dump out any energy blocks that are causing you fear of failure on any level. So make big piles of energy blocks causing you fear of failure. Say, angels, can you double check my piles? And then if they're your piles, you could blow them up, but you can also melt them, especially if you're healing someone else, melting is better. So you're melting fear of failure energy blocks. Keep breathing. All right. So let's do that again. And just remind yourself how old you are, because you may have flashed back to some math test that you didn't do well on or something when you were 8. So stay here, be your current age. Tell yourself you're doing a good job. All right, and just dump out all the fear of failure energy blocks out in front of you that you have that are good to clear right now. Say, angels, can you double check my piles? And then go ahead and blow them up or melt them with cold light. All right, so that's clearing the energy blocks that could be causing you fear of failure. And those energy blocks were most likely in your first layer somewhere, or your first chakra. But now inner wounds that could be causing you to have fear of failure. So just imagine the copies of these inner wounds out in front of you. And they can look like, as I say, burnt bear scratches, and just melt them away. Melt away these inner wounds that are causing you fear of failure. And you can say, angels, help me do this. So we're melting inner wounds that are causing you to fear failure. All right. So one more time, let's melt more inner wounds that could be causing you fear of failure, causing you to fear failure on any level, even just subconsciously. So imagine those inner wounds out in front of you, and say, angels, can you check these, make sure they're okay to heal, and then just heal all these inner wounds. Keep breathing. Tell yourself you're doing a good job. Good job, good job. I'm doing a good job. And again, these are inner wounds that cause you to fear failure. So you want to melt these away, right? Someone is saying telepathically, but if I clear my fear of failure, then what's going to motivate me to try hard? Well, there is such a thing as positive motivation. So once you're no longer, running on fumes of your own terror, your own subconscious terror, then you can, enter in a realm of more like, being more centered, more joyful, more content, more peaceful, more harmonious, more aligned with your purpose, so that don't worry, there's definitely many positive alternatives that you can shift towards over time, the more of this negative stuff that you melt. So it's okay. You won't have to be like a puddle of no motivation for the rest of your life by clearing your fear. So we are melting away inner wounds causing fear of failure. Let's do that one more time. I'm not sure. This could be the third time we're doing it, but I just feel like doing it one more time. So out in front of you, any inner wounds causing you fear of failure on any level. So imagine those inner wounds. Say, angels, is it okay to melt all these? And then go ahead and melt them. All right, and now the flower healing for that. So just give yourself some energy healing flowers, make as many as you need to nourish after having cleared all that fear of failure. And say, angels, can you check my flowers? And give them to yourself. These flowers will be like rainbow colors, maybe some gold. But you don't have to think really hard about the colors. So again, energy healing flowers that you need, whatever you need, after having done that clearing and healing. So make your energy healing flowers. Angels, can you check my flowers? And then give them to yourself. I'm going to look for a second at what people need, because I just want to make sure that maybe I just want to look at something for a sec. So hold on. So I'm gonna just do like sort of an intermission level of clearing and healing, where, you know, in between the clearing fear and more clearing fear, where we're gonna heal and unblock chakra filaments and work the chakra fit a little bit of all the major chakras, just because all this clearing fear does create big energy shifts for your body and your spirit. And so it's nice to just sync up and make sure you're all on the same page, just so it's like a really smooth and enjoyable experience. So you can just imagine 7 physical chakras, 7 astral body chakras, you know, your major chakras out in front of you. And if you're present, which you probably are pretty present if you're awake, if you're asleep, don't worry, you know, and you hear this later, I am still healing the people that are asleep, and the healing works, so don't worry. But if you're awake doing this walkthrough, then you would imagine a row of your physical body chakras and a row of your astral body chakras, and the filaments are connections in between the physical and the astral chakra. Somebody in their survey said, why do I need filaments? Can't my chakras just fit perfectly in without, you know, needing a filament? Well, okay, but when you go to sleep, your spirit is not in your body. Your spirit is far, far away, but you need still that communication. So that's when the filament, you know, stretches and is very long. When you're far away from your body, those 7 filaments stretch really long and you maintain contact with your body. That's how, if your body's having a really freaked out nightmare, you come back because you can tell like something's up, you know. So it's good, you know, if there's a fire alarm in your house when you're asleep, you know, you need that information from your body, right? So the chakra filaments will transmit that communication and you'll come back. So filaments are very useful in that way. When you're fully present, the filaments, they just enhance the communication between the body chakra and the spirit chakra. So you don't have to overthink it. It's like they don't get in the way when you're fully present. But when you're far away, obviously, this is very important. So they just help communication between your body chakra and your spirit chakra. So you have a 7th chakra filament between 7 and 7, 6th chakra filament between 6 and 6, etc. on down. So just unblock everything, your chakras and your filaments. So lots of gold light. Just let the chakras and the filaments expand as much as they need to so they can flow. Energy can flow through the filaments in between your astral chakras and your physical chakras. Just let things relax more and flow more and expand as much as needed. So we're unblocking the major chakras and we're unblocking and healing your chakra filaments. So it's just like, you know, to reassure your body, it's okay. We've been doing a lot of energy shifting, but it's for good reasons and it's all right. I promise. Nothing bad is happening. It's okay. So if you are consciously doing this walkthrough, you can tell your body it's okay. And even if you're not, I'm saying hi to all the people I'm healing, even if they're sleeping, and suggesting they could just send a nice peaceful message down to their body, nice gentle peaceful message, so you don't wake up your body and just say, it's okay, everything's fine. All right, so that's unblocking your chakra filaments and unblocking the major chakras. And then now you can imagine if you were awake right now, and plenty of the people I'm healing are not, but chakra fit is where you look at the physical 7 and the astral 7, and I mean, obviously if you're doing this walkthrough right now, you're awake, so you look at how well they fit in to each other. How much does the astral 7 fit into the physical 7? Etc. on down to astral first chakra. How well does it fit into the physical first chakra? And you just look at that and you use gold light to help them to both be unblocked enough that they can fit really well together when you want to be really present. So when somebody wakes up and they feel a little weird, there could be something up with their chakra fit. So they can just kind of do this, just unblock both sets enough so that the chakra fit is really nice. Also, of course, check grounding. Make sure grounding is flowing well. Lots of gold light. Especially the lower chakras, 3, 2, 1. Just give them extra unblocking so that they fit together better and better and better. All right. And while we're thinking of all these major chakras, we can also unblock for productivity, right? Why not? So any energy blocks in the way of productivity in any of these major chakras, just move the energy blocks to the side and go ahead and melt them. Or if you're doing it for yourself, you could also blow them up if you like that. Okay, one more time, just you're imagining all your major chakras and any energy blocks in the way of productivity, and move those to the side and go ahead and melt them away with gold light. I think that clearing fear work is already helping, because I think a lot of people, they just cleared twice as much of the productivity blocks than they would have had we not just cleared a whole bunch of fear. So I'm thinking there really is something to this. All right. So good. That was our little intermission, our little interlude. That was our refreshing intermission. All right, so now we will clear fear of your own power, your own strength, your own, we'll throw in even your own psychic ability. Meaning your own, all the cool abilities like clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairvoyance, seeing energy, clairaudience, hearing angels, hearing energy, hearing telepathy, nonverbal communication, being able to heal with your hands, intuition, all that good stuff. I mean, I say good stuff, but there could be a past life in which you were in a culture where people really, really feared people with abilities, and today in many parts of many cultures, it is thought of as evil, and it's going to bring bad luck to you or bring evil spirits to you or blah 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 blah. So clearing fear of that stuff is good, because you can be rational and make your decisions based on what's good for you, not based on old trauma that you didn't get rid of. So this is fear of your own power, your own strength, either physical strength or just as a spirit, your own strength, and also fear of your own abilities, like your clairvoyance, your intuition, your own clairaudience. So clearing fear of all that stuff. So let's do that, right? So just check your grounding, redo it, red or orange or yellow, and double check, make sure you got a really good flow downward with your grounding. And okay, so energy blocks in the way of causing you to fear your strength, your power, your spiritual abilities. So just put all those energy blocks out in front of you. Any energy blocks in the way causing you to fear your own strength, your own abilities, your own power. And go, angels, is it okay for me to melt all these? And then just go ahead and melt your piles. Melt all your energy blocks in the way, causing you to fear your own power, your own strength, your own abilities as a spirit. All right, let's do that one more time, because sometimes you clear and then you can clear more right after that. So again, energy blocks causing you to fear on any level, even subconsciously, your power, your strength, and your spiritual abilities. So dump any energy blocks causing fear of your power, strength, and abilities. And say, angels, is it okay for me to clear all these? And then go ahead and clear them. Lots of gold light. And you may have to melt cords away from the piles to melt them. All right, if you have any left over, just say, angels, help me with these. So then, same topic, but inner wounds. Inner wounds causing you to have fear on any level of your own power, your own strength, and your own spiritual abilities, like clairvoyance. So any inner wounds causing you to fear all that stuff. Imagine copies of those inner wounds out in front of you. Say, angels, is it okay for me to heal all these? And then go for it. Just lots of gold light and melt away your inner wounds, causing you to fear your strength, your power, and your abilities. Just breathe, feel your shoulders, feel your hips, wiggle your butt. Melt away inner wounds causing you to fear your own strength, your own power, your own abilities. Alrighty. One more time. More inner wounds. Imagine copies of inner wounds that you have out in front of you that are causing you to fear your own power, strength, and spiritual abilities. Okay, imagine those inner wounds and heal them. Melt them away with gold light. So again, we're melting away inner wounds, causing you to fear your own power, your own strength, and your own abilities. If you have any left over, say, angels, help me with that, please. All right, so same topic, but flower healing now. We're going to create energy healing flowers to help you nourish after doing all that. So maybe these energy healing flowers just make you more comfortable with your own power, strength, and spiritual abilities. So energy healing flowers, whatever you need to nourish yourself right now, rainbow colors, gold light, in healing energy to help you feel okay about your power, your strength, and your spiritual abilities. So angels, double check my flowers, and then give them to yourself. Okay, one more time, more energy healing flowers that you need right now, whatever you need right now. And maybe some of it is to just reassure yourself it's okay to be strong. It's okay to have spiritual abilities. It's okay to have personal power. Angels, can you double check my flowers? And give them to yourself. Okay, good job. Mm-hmm. So the next one, is we're going to clear fear around you being or feeling weak, like physically or mentally or emotionally weak, or sick, literally physically sick, or vulnerable, feeling vulnerable, needing help from others. You know, a lot of people have even conscious fears of that stuff. Fear of germs, you could throw that in there. If someone's more than just logical concern, if they have fear of that stuff. So fear of being weak, sick, vulnerable, or needing help. So dump all the energy blocks out in front of you that cause you to have fear on any level of being weak, sick, vulnerable, or needing help. Right? And say, angels, is it okay to clear all this? And then just go ahead and melt it all away. And if I'm healing you, you don't have to do this walkthrough. You can just receive. You can just relax and receive. And later, if you want, you can choose to do the walkthrough or not. I'm still healing these 120 people that prepaid. So you could just receive if you want. So we're melting away energy blocks that cause you fear of being weak, sick, vulnerable, or needing help. All right, good job. So one more time, there may be more energy blocks that you're ready to clear that cause you to fear being weak or sick or vulnerable or needing help or fear of aging even. Throw that one in. You know, it's a privilege to age. You know, it means you're still alive. It means you didn't have a short life. But, you know, a lot of people fear aging. And maybe just subconsciously. So let's clear all that. So that if you have the privilege of aging in this life, then you'll be more courageous. Okay, so put out in front of you energy blocks that are causing on any level you to fear being weak, sick, vulnerable, needing help, or aging. Any fear of aging, any fear of needing help, any fear of being weak or sick. Right? And say, angels, is it okay for me to clear all this? And then go ahead and melt it. Melt all that. And you may have to melt cords going into the pile first before you melt the pile. But either way, you do it with gold light. So we're melting away energy blocks causing you to fear being weak or sick or aging or needing help. And if you have any left over, say, angels, help me clear these. Okay, so now same topic, but inner wounds. So you could have some inner wounds from, you know, things you've been through in the past that are causing you to have these fears. So let's make copies of those inner wounds out in front of you and heal them. So you don't have to feel that way anymore. So put copies out in front of you of any inner wounds that are causing you to fear being weak, sick, vulnerable, needing help, or aging. Any inner wounds that cause you to fear aging, cause you to fear needing help, or cause you to fear getting sick or being weak. right? And then say, angels, is it okay for me to melt all these? And then go ahead and melt them. If it's not okay, if there are too many, your angels will remove a few. But they do it really fast. So that's why you ask and then you go for it. So go ahead, melt all these wounds. Melt all these inner wounds. And again, these are inner wounds causing you to fear being sick, vulnerable, needing help, or fear of aging. Good job. Let's do that one more time. Because I think this one's really common for people. So put copies out in front of you of any inner wounds you have causing you to be afraid of being weak, sick, vulnerable, needing help, or aging. Any inner wounds that cause you to be afraid of all that. And just say, angels, can you check this? Make sure it's okay for me to heal all this. And then go for it. So that's a gold fire, gold water. Melt them all away. Deep breath, relax, it's okay. If you have any left over, say, angels, help me with this. All right, so same topic, flower healing. So go ahead and nourish yourself. Make energy healing flowers that you need right now after having cleared all that fear. So make a lot of energy healing flowers for yourself. Say, angels, can you double check my flowers? And give those to yourself. Okay, one more time. A lot of energy healing flowers, whatever you need after having cleared and healed all that. And say, angels, double check my flowers. And give them to yourself. Good job. All right. So the next bunch that we'll do, I think we can do group 3 at once, even though they're different. Like some people are afraid of being early, some people are afraid of being late. Usually people will have a discomfort in one direction or another. And some people are afraid of deadlines. And so if you say, okay, I need that by Friday, then all of a sudden it's like, uh-oh, can I do it? Can I do it? And they put it off and they put it off and they do it at the last minute. So some of that could be a fear of deadlines. But let's work it all at once. A fear of being early, late, or deadlines, just in the interest of time. And I think that works. That's fine. Go ahead, check your grounding. Red or orange or yellow, and unblock your grounding. Make sure it's flowing in the back. Okay, so pile up in front of you any baggage, any energy blocks about being early, being late, or having deadlines. So any energy blocks about being early, being late, having deadlines, any fear of any of that, right? And then say, angels, can you double check my piles? And then go ahead and melt the piles. Wiggle your toes, deep breath, stay here. All right. So once again, any energy blocks that you have, causing you to fear or have issues with being early, being late, or having deadlines. So pile your baggage out in front about that causes you fear of being early, being late, or having deadlines, and say, angels, can you double check my piles? And then melt that all away. And you may have to melt away cords, because that's the funny thing with deadlines and being early and being late. It affects other people, and sometimes other people have really big issues with it. And so then they might be cording your baggage about being early or being late or having deadlines. So melt away everybody's cords from your baggage about being early and late or late and having deadlines. Melt away everybody's cords, and then go ahead and melt the energy blocks. All right. One more time. Just pile out in front of you any baggage you have, any about being early, being late, having deadlines, and especially any energy blocks causing fear on any level of being early, being late, or having deadlines. And say, angels, is it okay to clear all this? And then go ahead and melt it all. Lots of gold light, melt your piles, and melt any cords going to the piles. Deep breath, stay here. Wiggle your toes. And if you still have some left over, say, angels, help me with that. Okay, so same topic, but the wounds, inner wounds. So you could have had negative experiences about being early somewhere or being late somewhere, or missing a deadline or having a deadline. And it could even be from a past life. So if we heal all that, it's going to just make it easier for you. And you can have less fear and be more productive. So go ahead and imagine copies of any inner wounds you have relating to being early, being late, or having deadlines. And just go ahead and say, angels, is it okay to melt these inner wounds? And then go ahead and melt them. Again, this is melting inner wounds, causing you to have fear or have issues with being early, being late, and having deadlines. All right, so we're gonna do that one more time, because there could be, sometimes you heal a little bit, and then that strengthens you, so you're ready to go a little more. So put copies out in front of you of any inner wounds that you have that you're ready to heal, that have been causing you to fear being early, or fear being late, or fear having deadlines. And just any baggage about being early, being late, or having deadlines, any inner wounds. And so just melt those away. Just say, angels, help me do this. And melt away these inner wounds. The inner wounds can look like, burnt bear scratches. So just melt them away with gold light. Just relax, take a deep breath, remind yourself you're safe. You can also remind yourself how old you are, what day it is, that kind of thing, because all these inner wounds are from the past. You got them in the past. So if you remind yourself that you're in the here and now, it'll help you to, you won't have like a flashback and re-experience any of these wounds. Just melt them away. Just stay here, let the gold light melt them away. Again, these are inner wounds related to being early, being late, or having deadlines. All right, good job. So same topic, but flower healing. So go ahead and nourish yourself, reward yourself after having done all that clearing and healing. So make energy healing flowers, as many as you need, whatever rainbow colors and gold that you need of healing energy. So just to nourish yourself after having cleared the fear of being early or late or having deadlines. So whatever healing energy you need. And say, angels, double check my flowers, and then give them to yourself. Okay, one more time. A bunch of energy healing flowers, whatever nourishing that you need of universal healing energy. And just say, angels, check my flowers. Give them to yourself. All right, good job. So the next one we'll do is the last sort of flavor of fear that we're going to clear, and we'll do it just as a, you know, we'll bunch two things together again like we did already with some other flavors. So fear part of productivity, again, is it could impact other people. You could be doing work for other people, or, you know, it just, other people notice it. So some fear that can get in the way of that is you may be afraid of other people being upset with you, like other people being angry with you. Or on the flip side of it, you could be afraid of other people liking you and validating you and maybe, you know, being grateful to you, or, you know, flattering you or something, giving things to you. So you could be, you know, afraid of someone reacting negatively, let's say, or positively. You know, there could be fear about that because maybe in some past life or in this life that didn't go so well. It was overwhelming or it was unpleasant. So we don't want that fear to get in the way of you just doing your best in life and, you know, feeling good, right? So so let's clear all that. So out in front of you, just any energy blocks causing you to be afraid of other people being upset with you or other people being really excited about you and happy with you. Just any baggage, any energy blocks causing you to be afraid of other people being upset with you or other people being super happy with you. Any of the above. And just say, angels, is it okay to clear all this? And then go ahead and do it. Lots of gold light. And you may have to melt the cords away from these piles and just melt these piles. So again, this is just energy blocks you have causing you to fear people being angry with you or causing you to fear people being happy with you. So wiggle your toes, wiggle around. So let's do that again. Just any energy blocks that you have that you're ready to clear now. It's healthy and gentle, totally a good idea. Any energy blocks causing you, even subconsciously, to fear other people being upset with you or other people being thrilled with you. Just all the baggage around all that. Just dump it out in front of you. Angels, is it okay for me to clear all this? And then go ahead and clear it with gold light. You may have to melt cords going into the piles and then melt the piles. And again, we're melting away baggage, energy blocks in the way of causing you to fear people being angry with you or fear people being really happy with you. All right, so same topic, but inner wounds. So you make out in front of you, and if you're feeling weird, just reground just chill out. If you're one of the people I'm healing, you can just relax. You don't even have to follow along. So inner wounds, just make out in front of you copies of your inner wounds that cause you to fear other people being angry with you or fear other people being thrilled with you and happy with you. So, imagine the copies of those inner wounds out in front of you. Say, angels, is it okay to heal all these? And go ahead and heal them with gold light. So again, remind yourself you're safe, it's okay. You can remind yourself what day it is. Stay here, but you're melting away inner wounds that cause you to fear other people being upset with you or other people being really happy with you. Stay here, deep breath. All right, so one more time for that one. Imagine out in front of you copies of your inner wounds, causing you to fear people being upset with you or people being really happy with you. You can have inner wounds around both. So just imagine those inner wounds and say, angels, is it okay to heal these? And then go ahead and melt them away with gold light. And as I said, these inner wounds could look like burnt bear scratches, but you don't have to see them to heal them. You just put copies out in front of you with your intention, and then you melt them with gold light. You can just remind yourself, I'm safe, it's okay. I'm okay, I'm safe. There you go. And if you have any leftovers, say, angels, help me with these. All right, so now the flower healing for that. It could be self-love flowers, but whatever nourishment you need after having cleared and healed all that about others being possibly upset with you or others possibly being thrilled with you. Just make your energy healing flowers. What do you need to nourish yourself now? And say, angels, can you double check my flowers? And then go ahead and give them to yourself. One more time. Make as many energy healing flowers as you need right now, whatever universal healing energy vibrations you need, most likely rainbow colors and gold. I say, angels, can you double check my flowers? And go ahead and give them to yourself. Oh my goodness. So that's it for clearing fear. I'm going to repeat what we did at the intermission. In between some of the clearing fears, I did an intermission where we did healed chakra, unblocked the major chakras and unblocked and healed the filaments, chakra filaments, and then we worked chakra fit. I'm going to do that one more time now, just to help you just surf the wave of change in a really comfortable way. So if you want to do it for yourself, just imagine your 7 astral body chakras, your 7 physical chakras. It doesn't matter which side is which. Usually I always put the physical on the left, but it doesn't matter. So just imagine, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, those your major chakras out in front of you. Each one looks like an open cylinder, but you don't have to see to do it. And just use gold light to unblock the round openings and melt away energy blocks that could be wrapped around the chakras also. And the chakra filaments in between, like connecting your physical 3rd chakra to your astral body 3rd chakra. You have 7 chakra filaments that connect the physical chakra to its astral buddy, astral match. So lots of gold light, and wash out the chakra filaments. Just let them expand so that as much energy of yours can go back and forth as is needed between your astral and your physical chakras. And your chakras are yours. They're like motors. And so a couple people, they had so much energy after one of these healings, but then they couldn't sleep that night. So if it's not because you had too much caffeine, then it's just, your chakras are kind of, running and generating a lot of energy, but you can relax them when it's bedtime. Most people do that just subconsciously. They don't think about it. But if you ever, have this really action-packed, wonderful day and you didn't have, caffeine, and so, but then you can't rev down, or even if you did have caffeine and you need to rev down, calm your chakras down. They're spinning motors. So just relax them with gold light. Just relax your chakras with gold light. Just let them, and even earth energy, bring up red earth energy, soak all the chakras, bring that down, bring up orange earth energy, soak all your chakras, bring that down, bring up yellow earth energy, soak all the chakras, and just calm it all down. You can leave any of those colors of earth energy up as a soak, and just relax these chakras. If chances are, if you can't sleep, one of them is going, or a bunch of them are going that way. And there's even a Kundalini chakra beneath your physical first chakra. You need to calm that one down so much that it's not spinning at all in order to sleep. And if you are awake, you could keep it on a low. That's a nice little peppy charisma kind of thing. But when you need to go to sleep again, you need to turn it off. The Kundalini chakra, it looks just like the other chakras, but it's like half the size. And you just need to turn it off to sleep or to go back to sleep. Meaning it doesn't spin at all then, if it's off. But it's nice to have it spinning at least at a low level when you're awake, just because it's a little pep in your step. So again, you can adjust your chakras. They're just little motors. It's not a big deal. Just use your intention and gold light and earth energy. Just rev them up or rev them down. I mean, if you use gold light, then you can't really do it wrong, Don't worry. And then the chakra filaments. And then now let's just do chakra fit. So that was the filament part. And the chakra 7 and 7 part, and then now the fit part. So just imagine if you're present, would they fit together well now? And just look at that and unblock them enough so that if you were, wanting to be fully present, would it work? And again, don't worry if you're asleep during this healing, it still works. But chakra fit is about if you're awake, can you be fully present? And just kind of look at, do they fit together well? And if not, just keep healing them and unblocking them until they are able to fit together very nicely. They, meaning your astral chakras fitting into your physical body chakras. And of course, grounding. Just unblock your grounding. Make sure it's nice and wide. And flowing. Melt away other people's connections. Ingy grounding. For a sec. All right. Redo your buffer zones. Cool. So you can just say, angels, can you please give me a healing? I'm going to do one more thing. Usually that's my last thing that I say in the healing, but I'm just going to comb through the front of the aura just to make sure that there's nothing still triggered. I mean, you can't be perfect, but I want to make sure, especially in that first layer in the front, that you don't have leftover junk triggered, leftover baggage triggered. So you can, if you're doing it on yourself, comb through the front of your first layer, especially right around your belly, around your first chakra. Imagine any energy blocks there and just melt them away with gold light. You may have to melt away energy cords going into those blocks. Because if something's still triggered after all that we did, probably somebody's cording it, holding it in place. So you melt the cords first, and then you melt the energy blocks. All right, so you can just say, angels, please heal me. Okay, so good job. You did it. And obviously that was a major pro level healing. So if you are not motivated to do that healing on yourself in its entirety, forgive yourself. It's okay. All right, cool. So good job. I'm gonna read through some live comments before I end the live stream. So if you have a comment about what that healing was like for you, or if you have a follow-up question about what we did today, about clearing fear or something like that, feel free to post it, and within reason, I will read it. In other words, I'm gonna set the timer for like 15 minutes, and I'm gonna wrap up in 15 to 20 minutes. So. Catching up on comments. Somebody says signing in and thumbs up. Thank you. Yes, please give a thumbs up to the live stream if you feel so inclined. Today I feel great. I need to clear some cording in my sacral area, but I've been wanting to indulge in buying stuff today. Does not seem productive, LOL. Yeah, you can just ask your angels, is that a distraction or is that something you're supposed to do today? Actually, yesterday evening too. Someone says, I'm excited because I came up with a new system for tracking my productivity yesterday. How about that? Which goes along with what we were saying about, do your kind of productivity. For somebody else, tracking their productivity might, really drive them up a wall. But for other people, tracking your productivity in a certain way, like, really makes them feel safe and feel engaged and feel motivated, So try to tune into what works for you, experiment. Your mind works differently than somebody else's mind, and that's not wrong. You've had different past lives, you've learned different things. So try to customize your productivity. Just, be open to that. Someone says, tuning in from sunny Ottawa, Canada. Go, go. Good to see you. Me too. Hello, hello. Oh, I love the description of the gold mist, Wei Chi auras. It's very helpful for me. Yes. Okay, well, there you go. Someone says, hello, hello. Glad you are watching live. Someone says, oh my goodness, fear of clearing fear. Lord help. Yeah, I mean, you could, maybe you could do stretching at the same time that you're doing it. Something that's, very centering and very, maybe that makes it easier for you to clear fear. Be around some houseplants or something, whatever makes it seem, you can have some nice tea while you're working, comfort yourself as you clear fear. So it says, late joining due to extreme sleepiness from Portland, but I'm here. Well, hello, extremely sleepy Portland. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like I said in the intro, sometimes for some people, the inner child work that we did 2 days ago was just, it's kind of like a home run, it was so helpful, but it causes a big shift, which may motivate you to sleep a lot, which is okay. Someone says, yes, timeliness healing. Thank you. In other words, yeah, healing about deadlines and being on time and, Yeah, we cleared fear on that. I should mention 10 to 20 minutes into clearing fear, I did notice my hip bones feeling achy. They typically feel achy and tight anyhow. I crack my hips all the time. Yeah, I think that was you getting more present and feeling the achiness. So yeah, that was, and you can also send gold light exactly where you have the ache. That's nice too. And earth energy, red earth energy and gold light exactly. Just send it where the ache is. But typically your aura around that area too may be stagnant and you're feeling that. So just, you can send extra gold light and comb through those areas. So it says, today is another hectic day for me at work, but I'm feeling a lot calmer. Thank you so much. My angels sometimes call it Janet Chance. Haha. Yes, angels sometimes remind people of me just as a way of communicating. So they'll be like, they might, sometimes I've heard people say, well, I hear this in your voice, but it's the angels, just simulating my voice to remind somebody of something, like a wiggle your toes, or something. Um, it's not really me telepathing all the time. Someone says, I feel so much clearer and clearer, even in the air in the room I'm in feels cleaner and clearer. Does this work affect the space we're in? It can. If you're in your home, then you can also be resetting the energy of your home subconsciously as you get more present. Absolutely. So yeah, that's why, for example, that's why, parents getting healings helps a child, because like a 2-year-old child isn't going to reset the energy of the home, but they're so affected by that. Like how well they sleep, all sorts of stuff. Their crankiness or not crankiness is very much affected by the energy of the home. They can pick up really subtle things going on in the home and kind of sponge it up. So when the parents get healings, then they get more present, then they clean out the home better, even just subconsciously. So then it benefits the child. So, but anyway, so you're subconsciously resetting your house, and the more present you get. Because as you clear fear, you have more courage, right? First chakra is courage, safety, abundance. So you're not going to put up with, some stupid little being, making you afraid of eating too many chips. Once you clear your fear, you're like, bam, and you clear them out, and then your home feels brighter. So yeah, that's you. My dogs are deeply sleeping and snoring now. Ha ha. Yeah, that's your angels, I think. I mean, they can be affected positively by your first chakra calming down. That can happen. But I think also sometimes angels just, try to remove distractions when you're doing some clearing they want you to keep doing. Someone says, I feel very relaxed. I did get a bit of childhood fear triggering during the strength clairvoyance clearing. Yeah, I'm sure it triggered, but you probably felt it, in which case it was a little bit of a flashback. You felt a little, like a flashback is when you are re-experiencing old trauma and you feel it like it's happening now. So you're feeling the fear or whatever, that happened a long time ago. That's a flashback where a little bit of your spirit is like kind of back there going, ah, So that's why I kept saying, be aware of your body, because your body's here in the present. So be aware of your body, remind yourself how old you are, what day it is, because that can yank you back into the present. So you're not having a flashback then. But, grounding, all that helps too. So anyway, I did get a bit of childhood fear triggered during the strength clairvoyance clearing. I hope the fear of being late helped my husband. Yeah, I thought of him. That's his biggest trigger, LOL. Yeah. Someone says, thanks for the healing, Janet. During one of the clearings, the left side of my face had a tingling warm sensation and it still hasn't gone away. How did my sister do? Yeah, I think because first layer is what we were clearing, and so I think you were clearing energy blocks and you got in much more, and then you because feeling energy flow in your body feels like warm and tingly, but you can just kind of get used to it after a while. But if you haven't been there, and then you're there, it's like you feel like, whoa. Your sister, let me look at her. she really needed those intermissions that I did. She liked the clearing, but I think that's very new for her. You know, she's somewhat new to these healings, and to be able to face your fears and just clear them, that's like, it kind of blew her mind a little. Like, she did it, but it was kind of like, am I really doing this? Should we do this? Because most people, they just shove their fears away. Like, I'm afraid, you know, because that's how they cope, is they just repress all their fears, you know, which really gets in the way, because repression it doesn't work. It like gets shoved down until the worst possible time, and then it gets triggered all at once. So, but she did it. She did it. And the intermissions, you know, with the chakra and the fit work and everything, that helped her get through it much better. Like, she breathed a sigh of relief every intermission that we did. So yeah. I'd be surprised if you didn't see any changes in her after this one. But you never know. Someone says, thank you, you're welcome, with their little symbols. Someone says, thanks, Janet. I like the part of healing fear of success. Good. Someone says, I noticed that some of the aura damage had like bullet holes on the ends of them. Are these being tunnels? Sticky gold wax help, but sometimes they are like tricky or moving, which tells me it's a being or maybe a cord. Yeah, a being tunnel is something that goes away from you. So you can just sort of, here's me, what's going away from me? You know, is there something that, you know, it's like a cord, but it's a chubby cord that little beings can travel through. So you just, you know, here's you, and look for anything going out of you. You know, and then, you know, you get rid of all the cords, and then anything going out of you, that's a tunnel, and just say angels. Because don't yank the tunnels, because there are, you know, potentially little invasive beings that came through the tunnel and now they're freaking out. So just say angels, please remove all the tunnels, and just kind of show them that you see all of them, just because angels like you to learn, you know. So if you're advanced enough that you have intuition of like, I think there's some here and I think there's some here, then just show that to your angels. Say, angels, can you recycle all the tunnels and all the beings that go with them? That way they do the cleanup for you. So if you notice a more defined roundness, yeah, that could be your intuition picking up the edge of a tunnel, but you just check, you know, is there something there? You know, and if there is, then that's a tunnel. But yeah, you can always ask your angels. Someone says, today I felt a little spacey. Yeah, I think it just, sometimes your grounding would block up. We were doing a lot of clearing fear, and that's a big deal. So like now, just like the back of your grounding is blocked up. So just, there you go. So just keep thinking of like the back of your aura, the back of your chakras, you know, just unblock, comb through the back of your aura, comb through the back of your chakras. You could do that for the next few days. Just back of aura, back of chakra, just keep everything releasing. Someone says, thanks so much, Janet. I received the healing and feel so relaxed, mentally clear and at peace. Oh, good. That means you don't have any leftovers triggered, which is good. That's what we wanted. I've had great productivity, clarity, and balance as a result of these healings. Well, that's nice. That's nice. And again, some people have not felt productivity changes yet, which is okay. Just, you know, keep the flow going. If you're in that group, and just, you know, keep releasing in the back of your aura, the back of your grounding. Okay. Someone says, thanks for the healing. Feeling the shifts. Well, good. I'm glad. Someone says, wowza, the fear clearing was big shifts. I still have a headache. I'm guessing it's physical versus energy. You received the heal. Oh, they keep scrolling on me. There we go. Okay. You have, okay, so your GV meridian, we did not explicitly heal that, right? That goes in this healing. So it starts in the crotch, it goes all the way up the midline of the back, loops around, and ends in the roof of the mouth, right? That's GV, standing for governing vessel meridian. I have videos on that. If you search Janet Wright, GV, you should find them. But anyway, you know that. So you just need to sticky gold wax your GV meridian because you have stuff stuck in there. Like white little toothpick kind of spear things. So just wax the whole thing to yank out the spears and then heal. And then wax it again and heal. Because you want to get rid of any little spear hard objects and then also any beings that are just trying to, take advantage of the leaking of energy. So just keep waxing and repairing. Wax and repair. So hope that helps. You can work on it, during the live stream. So it says sensing I'm more in my power of love and more at peace and gratitude, not so triggered and fearful. Oh, nice. A lot more enthusiasm and relaxed. Well, great. Glad it caused pleasant effects so soon. How many chakras am I in, and is the back of my aura clearer? I've been working on it. You're in 7 through 2 right now. And the back of your aura, it gets a little cloudy sometimes. Like back of 7th and 6th layer, like right now on your right hand side, back of 7th and 6th layer gets a little white and cloudy. I think you know what that is I think your mom just steps in and sort of stands there. So it's not, she's just showing you a spot in the back of your aura that's still a little blocked. I mean, is your aura better than before? Yes. In the back, yes. So keep working it. But where your mom is standing, that shows you that's where it's most blocked. Okay? So right now she's standing, back here in layer 7 and 6 on your back right hand side. So you whoosh her out with lots of gold light, or just, give her to the angels, and then get rid of the energy blocks that make it so easy for her to stand there. So step 1, remove mom. Step 2, which is very important, even more important, get rid of the energy blocks, allowing her to just hang out there. Then I think that could brighten up the whole back of your aura much more. But so far, so good. Yes, it is working what you're doing. So it says, thank you for the clearing of fear of being weak, vulnerable. My mom gave me a lot of messages about how I had to be careful about getting run down. Happy to release that. Yeah, a lot of people have fear of that. I mean, even aging, I'm 51 and, my husband is 64 and, when you age, there's different things that you're dealing with. Sometimes, like you used to be able to abuse your body and not get sick. And now if you abuse your body with, lack of care, you might get sick. You're more likely to get sick, let's say. So there's different things, it's really good to clear the fear just so that, you just can vibe with your life better. But good, I'm glad that helped. Someone says, boys returning school are super calmed and peaceful rather than hectic and with ants in their pants as usual. With the fear of being late to school every morning, huge impact. Oh, nice. So that's just with today's healing. Are they at home? Are they at school at home now? I'm wondering if they go out of the home to school, or they're still at home. Anyway, I'm glad it's helping. So it says, oh, and then the same person says, husband seems so synced in his body. Good. Yeah, he rocks these healings. He's a telepathic consent rock star. He's become very accustomed to getting these healings and benefiting a lot from them. He's in all his chakras right now, your husband. How about that? Okay, then another person says, also this healing was so timely. Last night my husband was encouraging me to start my business and it triggered fears on all the topics you covered today. Yeah. Well, that's good. I'm glad we got you all set. Now you know what to clear. Someone says, thanks, Janet. Today I felt more resistant to doing the healing, so I mostly just watched, which is fine. Yesterday I was so happy after inner child healing, and today everything is lazy and kind of lethargic. Yeah, inner child healing is a big deal that we did 2 days ago. Um, yeah, I mean, each of these healings is kind of a big deal, and you're not receiving them; you're just doing it on yourself. So yeah, cut yourself some slack if you don't if you don't dive into each one with both feet. I mean, there's a nice break in between the sets, so you could do inner child healing twice in a week and just relax with it, and then do the clear fear twice in a week and just relax with it. I mean, each one is big, so if you know I don't think you're being lazy if you if you didn't want to do today's healing. And I mean, I think when you listened, you can just say, "Angels, help me with this as I'm listening." So then you're not actively doing it, but your angels help you. And you can also just say, "Angels, help me with this in my sleep." If like you're just really not in the mood to listen and you need help with it. That's another option. Someone says, "Does reminding yourself you're safe, reminding yourself of the date and your age help with flashbacks?" Yes, yeah. I'll have those occasionally when I meditate, and they can totally throw me off. Yes, yes. Bring yourself back, because if you're having a flashback, your part of you went back to that traumatic time period, and you're re-experiencing. So yeah, just have hug yourself, remind yourself you're safe, remind yourself of the date now and how old you are now. Yeah. I used to have flashbacks. I mean, I still might if I were to watch a a movie that has, really negative stuff in it. I don't want to even discuss it right now. But, if there was a certain type of negativity in a movie, it used to be able to put me into a flashback, that was quite disturbing. Now I just know to, you know, hit mute and fast forward or something, or or I don't watch those kind of movies. Um, but um, but yeah, flashbacks are, it's just, yeah, you're, a little part of you is re-experiencing something that's not happening now, but you feel like it's happening now. So you just try to do healthy things that make you feel like you're safe and in charge and in control. So like if I hold the remote, if it's a movie where there might be a scene like that, I want to be able to hold the remote, and mute it or something, that it makes me feel in control. But yeah, so all that stuff can help you not to have a flashback, is to, keep your grounding, just, stay here, wiggle your butt. So it says, "Thanks, Janet. I'm always excited for a fear clearing festival. Was I trying to match my dad's methods of productivity before this triplet set?" Yeah, your dad, and also somebody in a past life too. Um, I think it was a dad from a past life, different dad. So yeah, but it's common. A lot of people, model their productivity after people they know, but then it's not really exactly right for them. So yeah. Someone says, "Felt very sleepy during most of the healing, but feel great now." Thank you. That's funny. Yeah, the back of your grounding um, was a little too blocked. It was not indie enough in the back. There was like cords to some family members. Plus, I think one or two people, people that also are interested in my work. And so I think some of them were like having a watch party in the back of your aura. So just clear everyone out of the back of your aura. Everyone that knows about Janet the healer, just clear them all out of your aura and your grounding. It's okay to just, you have your experience. You can even have a watch party with other people, but don't have them be in your aura. Some people do. They have a friend who also likes my healings, and they watch the live stream together. But which is fine, as long as they're not also in your aura and in your grounding. So just redo that a little bit, comb through the back of your aura and your grounding. But glad you feel great now. Someone says, "I'm so sad and teary. Any advice?" So give a giant fourth chakra cord to somebody. So, um, seems like a mom. So it could be a mom or an older sister. But yeah, just no big fire hose cord to the other person. Just melt that. Melt it away, melt it away. Almost, almost, almost. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep. There you go. All right, so now you're in 76543. So then now you have cords in your lower chakras to family members. Man, you're like a party line for family members today. So just melt all those cords to your lower chakras in the front and the also energy blocks in the front. Just melt all those cords. Melt, 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 melt. There you go. Now you're in 732. Melt, 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 melt. There you go. Now you're in all your chakras. Now just work your legs a little bit. Just feel like these are my legs. Yeah. So I hope that helps. Somebody says, I sensed my mom. Thanks. Aim to get in all my chakras. Go, go, go. Someone says, feeling sleepy, natural or blocked. Yes. So it is late at night for you, but something a little odd in the back left of your aura. I would say like a family member. Yeah, a family member who's you know, also aware of my work consciously. Just, watch out family members from the back of your aura and the back of your grounding and the back of your chakras. You are bringing in a lot of new energy too, which could create a sleepiness. But so you could like unblock your creative rings because like 70% of it is coming through nicely, but then 30% of it is like diverting because of some blockages around your creative rings. So you could unblock up here and then kick family members out of the back of your aura. All right, cool. Well, you guys are awesome. And congratulations for at all being able to listen to this healing, because clearing fear is, like I said, pretty much the opposite of what most people try to do in their life. Most people are very committed to repressing their fears and shoving them away as if that helps, which it really, really makes it worse. So what you did today is very weird to even listen to this healing. So good job. Pat yourself on the back. Good job. Good job. Good job. And of course, you can ask your angels, angels, can you help me work on this stuff in my sleep? Angels, can you help me clear fear as much as I need? Someone says, thanks, Janet. It's very nice to be back and learn how quickly my energy can heal and change. Yeah. Yeah, you just had some once and Abel. Once the more anybody gets more experience with this stuff, the more you can just be like a mechanic and be like, okay, oh, this is happening. Okay, I'm back now. So yeah, the more you practice, the more you'll just figure out, like how you pop out, why you pop out, and how to get back in, and worst case, gold fire up and down your spine, hits all your major chakras. Gold fire in your grounding, cleans out your grounding. Gold fire all around your aura, cleans out your aura, so but yeah, people can go from like freaking out to like centered and happy within 20 seconds if the better you get at this stuff, which is nice. All right, cool. You guys are awesome. And the next group healing that I will be doing is October 17th. And that will be on communication. I remember October 17th and October 19th is the communication twin set healings. And also on October 17th, there's a Q&A live stream after the healing. Okay, guys, bye. You're amazing. I hope you're enjoying fall so far.